Have you ever felt like life is happening to you instead of you living deliberately? That no matter how hard you try, stress, frustration, and distraction pull you in every direction. There is a way to reclaim your mind, your focus, and your peace, and it has been taught for thousands of years by the Stoics. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca left behind habits that, when practiced faithfully, can transform your mindset, your discipline, and your resilience in just 30 days. Today, I'm going to show you 5 of these habits, and by the end, you'll have the blueprint to take control of your life. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to Beyond Vision Mindset and hit the bell so you never miss a lesson that empowers you to rise above limitations and live with purpose. 1. Morning reflection. Start each day with clarity. The first habit the Stoics practiced was deliberate morning reflection. Before the chaos of the day begins, they would take a moment to contemplate what lay ahead and how they would respond. This is not simply planning a schedule, it is conditioning the mind. Ask yourself, what challenges will I face today, and how will I meet them? What will I control, and what will I accept? By doing this every morning, you set the tone for your entire day. You are no longer a passive participant. You become the conscious architect of your thoughts and actions. Personally, when I began this habit, I noticed an immediate shift. Tasks that once felt overwhelming became manageable. Minor irritations no longer dictated my mood. By taking ownership of my mental state at the start of the day, I felt a sense of calm purpose that carried through every interaction. The Stoics understood that the mind is the battlefield where life is won or lost, and morning reflection is the armor we put on before facing the world. 2. Practice gratitude. Focus on what you have, not what you lack. Gratitude is not a casual thought, it is a discipline. The Stoics believed that our minds are most corrupted by desire for what we do not have and resentment for what we cannot control. By focusing on what we do have, we cultivate contentment and inner strength. Begin each day by listing the small victories, the blessings, and even the struggles that teach you lessons. Every difficulty is an opportunity to practice virtue, patience, courage, and resilience. I used to focus obsessively on what was missing in my life: approval, success, comfort. But each day of gratitude shifted something deep inside me. The same circumstances felt lighter, my relationships felt richer, and my sense of purpose became sharper. Gratitude is not naive positivity. It is the recognition that life, even with its trials, offers lessons and opportunities for growth. This daily habit reorients your mind from scarcity to abundance, and from victimhood to mastery. 3. Voluntary discomfort. Strengthen your mind by facing challenges. The Stoics did not avoid discomfort. They sought it intentionally. From cold baths to fasting, they exposed themselves to challenges that tested their resilience. The purpose was clear: to train the mind to endure, to strip away dependence on comfort, and to build strength of character. In modern life, this might look like stepping outside your comfort zone, waking up early, or voluntarily giving up a convenience to test your patience and discipline. I remember the first time I deliberately chose discomfort, skipping a morning of comfort to complete a difficult task, and the clarity it brought was astonishing. I realized that my mind had been dulled by ease, and true strength comes only when we willingly confront difficulty. By practicing voluntary discomfort, you no longer fear hardship. You meet it with calm, measured control. Life stops controlling you, and you begin to control life. 4. Mindful response. Control your emotions before they control you. One of the deepest Stoic lessons is that external events are neutral. It is only our judgment that colors them as good or bad. The habit of mindful response is about creating space between stimulus and reaction. When insulted, frustrated, or challenged, pause. Observe your thoughts and emotions. Ask yourself, what is within my control here? What is not? How can I respond with reason rather than impulse? Before I embraced this habit, I allowed anger and resentment to dictate my words and actions. Every conflict became a battle I thought I had to win. But by practicing mindful response, I began to navigate even difficult situations with calm and dignity. People noticed the change, not just in my reactions, but in my presence. When your mind is disciplined, your character becomes your shield. You no longer need to fight external chaos because you have already mastered your inner world. 5. Evening reflection. Review and learn from your day. The final habit is reflection at the close of each day. The Stoics would ask themselves, what did I do well? Where did I fail? How can I improve tomorrow? This is not self-criticism, but self-awareness. The recognition that growth is continuous, and that every day offers a lesson. By reflecting on your actions, you identify patterns, recognize mistakes, and reinforce successes. This habit transforms experience into wisdom. When I committed to evening reflection, I began to see my life differently. I no longer drifted through days aimlessly. Each interaction, each decision, became an opportunity to practice virtue. I stopped blaming circumstances or others for my dissatisfaction. Instead, I focused on what I could control: my thoughts, my actions, my choices. And over time, this simple habit created a profound transformation: clarity, discipline, and a sense of purpose that no external event could shake. These 5 habits: morning reflection, gratitude, voluntary discomfort, mindful response, and evening reflection, are more than techniques. They are a path to mastering your mind, strengthening your character, and reclaiming your life. Commit to them for 30 days, and you will not just see change, you will become the change. If you found this guide valuable, subscribe to Beyond Vision Mindset, hit the bell, and join our community of thinkers and doers who refuse to be ruled by circumstance. And if you want to support this work and help us continue creating deep, transformative content, consider buying a coffee, using Super Chat, or sending a sticker. Every gesture helps us bring more wisdom to your journey. Remember, life is not about what happens to you. It is about how you respond. Take control, practice these habits, and rise above the noise of the world.